Thank you very much. And now, to close this agenda item, we'll hear from the Commissioner, Elisa Ferreira.
Muito obrigada. Muito obrigada, Sr. Presidente.
Thank you very much, President. And thank you very much to everyone who's spoken.
For the support that you have been giving us, giving to the Commission in all the different moments and difficult moments that we have been going through. First of all, I would like to start by quoting what Mr. Hyde mentioned, that the cohesion policy is the beating heart of Europe. I think it is, and I think it was beating when Europe was in trouble, when Europe was suffering. And je vous remercie, Monsieur Omarjee, de votre référence au travail qu'on a fait.
Thank you, Mr. Omarjee, for referring to the work that we've done together so that we could come up with an immediate response to the coronavirus problems.
That, in fact, this opportunity for all those that mentioned that there was really the need to go to the concrete situations, to the people, that in fact these flexibilities that were opened in the context of the response of Decree 1 and Decree Plus have already been used by almost all the member states of Europe. For the time being, all member states, with the exception of Austria and Denmark, have been using these transfers, this possibility to use the funds, the available funds. In the maximum, it is over 50 billion, in order to pay what has been being paid: the masks, the ventilators, support jobs, and support small and medium enterprises, and to give an immediate answer. So for all those that used to say that cohesion policy is an old policy, I think we have proven that it is quite alive and quite capable to deliver the emergency aid when it is needed. Actually, with state aid was almost the only financing policy that, it's not the only one, but it is the biggest one and the most visible one. My second point will be on the quality of what we have proposed. Yes, we had to propose a long-term kind of action that combines a short-term instrument, this REACT EU, with all the flexibilities and with keeping the possibility of a co-financing of up to 100% if member states so decide. Of course, REACT-EU cannot be, for practical reasons, distributed immediately from the Commission side at the level of each region, because we are distributing the envelope is on the basis of actual data. And by the end of this summer, we will not have the data at the regional level. But it is up to the member states to transfer the same criteria that for the Commission will be, or is, the drop in GDP, drop in growth, the increase in unemployment, including youth unemployment, and the relative prosperity of the country in order to have a follow-up, a bridge to the next multi-annual framework that really can help the regions to bridge this difference. But we hope, and we are very much attentive to the quality and to the criterion that member states will be using in this distribution. And this item I'm trying to answer a little bit also the question that you have put, Mr. Omarjee. Having said this, I would just like to add that yes, it is important that now we take the Commission proposal as the real basis. It is, and I think we should stop going on saying that there is not enough money. I think there is a lot of money, and here I quote Mr. Ninas by saying, okay, we have got to and some of you also mentioned it, we have got to see what we want to do with this money and the quality of what we'll be doing, because the quality of what we'll be doing determines our future. Sendo assim, e em particular...
Well, having said that, I did want to respond to Mr. Ferreira, who talked about a possible reduction in funding. Well, there is no reduction in funding. The funds from the MFF have to be considered to be additional external assigned revenue, which is being proposed by the Commission. We're talking about 55 billion euros for REACT EU, 3 billion for the Just Transition Fund and 10 billion euros, which will be able to be spent in 2020 in line with the reduction in income and increase in unemployment of Europe's regions. So in total, we're talking about 100 billion euros. And the important thing is that we need to have a clear concept and a capacity to organize what we want to do. We need to find the right way to implement this in practice correctly and seize the opportunities that are being created.
Proud that the Commission was so blunt and so strong in this proposal. This could only be done because you were here and you were putting pressure. This could only be done because also at the level of certain governments there was this impulse for us to act. So let's work together and let's very, very quickly decide the approval with the fine-tuning, with the better quality here and there, but that quickly we move forward so that the money is, as all of you were saying, available with continuity, not with stopping, but with continuity, and directed to a green, to a digital, to a modern recovery that is shared by all the regions and all citizens in Europe. So this is what we have at this moment in our table, and let's work together as institutions to deliver what the citizens are expecting us to deliver in such a critical and difficult moment in the history of Europe. Thank you very much. Let's go on working together. And yes, of course, we are always attentive to the regions that are most in difficulty. We have proven it. So let's work together and let's help citizens wherever they are, because they all need to be part of our common future. Thank you very much. Muito obrigada, Sr. Presidente.
Thank you very much, Commissioner, for your remarks and for all of your work. It's not often we have a Commissioner coming to us and saying there's a lot of money. We're all hotly awaiting the decisions from the Council. But we always have to be aware that the Parliament has the final word, and I think our position has been very clear that we wish to defend cohesion policy. Thank you very much to everyone for your presence today and your participation in the debate. I would now like to close this debate, and the session is closed until 1:30 this afternoon. Thank you very much.